All right, in this lesson we are going to do some joins and some SQL and some data work. We're going to do a one-to-many relationship and talk about joins and inner joins and left outer joins and right outer joins. So we're going to go to our database that we started before, our Shih Tzu coding database, and we have our dog table in here. And if I right click it and choose select top 1,000 rows, it'll go ahead and give me what's in that table, the 3 records from a previous lesson. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to create a breed table, and we're going to model the relationships of a dog belonging to a breed. And I know you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, dogs can be mutts and have, half this, half that, or mixed breed, whatever. And we're going to get to that when we get to many relationship. But for this lesson, we're going to model it as a one-to-many relationship, even though it's wrong, and we need to get to the many-to-many. There are things to learn going through the one-to-many process. So for now, suspend reality and assume that all dogs are unique to one breed, or a dog is unique to a breed, and a breed can apply to many dogs. That's one to many from dog to breed, many to one from breed to dog. So let's give ourselves a breed table so we can work with it, and we'll go from there. So breed ID, unique identifier, don't allow nulls, give it a primary key, give it a default new value. It would help if I typed correctly. Name, and save that guy, call it breed, close it, and then let's insert into, I don't know if I told you this before, if you know your columns explicitly and you're going to go in order, you can do this to insert a record. If I type that right, insert into breed, value, new ID, Shih Tzu. What did I do wrong? Insert into value, new ID, comma, Shih Tzu. What am I doing wrong here? Insert into breed. That is the name of the table, breed. Value, values. See, a lot of times you might think, I'd clean that up and come back and give an edited thing, but it's good to see mistakes and typos and fat fingers and things like that. Okay, so there are the values. Now, because the breed ID has a default value on it, and you know that it's going to be taken care of essentially, you could come in here and just say breed name and then values. Do it just like that. And then let's add golden retriever. All right, so now let's take a look at what we have. If I could type. Okay, there are our records. So because this is a one-to-many relationship from dog to breed, we're going to say for the purpose of this exercise that a dog is associated with zero or one breed. We're going to allow it to be null, so I can show you outer joins, but that a dog is associated with one breed, and a breed can be associated to 0 or many dogs. So that means in the dog table, we are going to add a breed ID column as a foreign key. And I'm going to let it be nulls for now. And I'm going to close that, and let's go back to our list and see our values. So there we go. So now let's do some joining essentially. Let's go and say update dog set breed ID equals, and we could do this a couple ways. So we could explicitly grab it here and where we could say dog ID equals, and we could do that. And then you'll see that Lexi is now associated as a Shih Tzu. And you could actually change it this way. So breed ID, you could say, start off going, well, you go select breed ID from breed where equals Spaniel, for instance. And if you want to make sure that's going to run, you could just select this guy and make sure that you get just one GUID value back. And you do. So set breed ID equals where dog ID, and that's where we want a different dog ID. And we could do the same thing here. We could say okay, so now that's what we've got. We've got Lexi associated as a Shih Tzu, Lila associated as a Spaniel, and Newman, who is a Golden, God rest his soul, is not associated yet to be a Golden. So if we were to want to do a join, so let's start off generically. Select star from dog. But we want to know dog and breed stuff. So once you involve multiple tables, I suggest immediately aliasing. And you could say dog as D or dog D. It's just less typing not to type the as. But do it if you want. So you can do this. That's the same thing to bring that up. So now we want to join. All right, so join breed B on dog.breed ID equals B dot breed ID. Okay. Join breed B on d.breed ID equals B. And so then we want to see everything from the dog table and everything from the breed table. And there you go. Notice how it's only pulling together the records that have keys that match. No Newman from the dog table, no Golden Retriever from the breed table, because a join by default is an inner join. It's only getting where there's a match. Okay, so let's clean this up a little and just say we want just the dog name and we just want the breed name. Okay, so there it is. Like I said, this is just the join, the inner join of the two. Some people type the word inner join, but you don't need to do that because a join by default is an inner join. All right, so now let's see what happens if we go for outer joins instead. So let's say we're going for dog name and breed, but we want to say left outer join. To push all those guys off. If I run that, notice I see everything on the left side, but not everything on the right side. So now I do see Newman, but I don't see the Golden Retriever breed. Okay? And some people left join. It's a little easier than typing the word outer. If I'm going to be a stickler that you don't need inner, I should be a stickler that you don't need outer. Okay, so there we go. That's bringing all our dogs, regardless if a dog is associated to a breed or not, but it's not bringing all breeds over. If I want to see the opposite, I can do a right join. And now it's going to show all of the breeds, whether or not they've been associated to a dog or not. Okay, so this is one-to-many relationship showing both inner join and left and right join, outer joins, to show the model of relationships.